AVI-8 has been quite proactive when it comes to launching new markets. This English brand with access to China's supply chain has definitely cracked up a hole in the wall. There is a serious dearth of entry-level pilot and aviation watches, while we have the likes of IWC and Breitling holding the fort on the other end. The entry-level automatic watch category remains largely unexplored, while the triage of Seiko, Citizen and Tissot flourish. A surge in the number of microbrands popping up has led to more options for the consumer. But is there really something of essence available in this spectrum? To answer this question with a watch, you are welcome to Yacht Watch Club, where I am going to review another micro watch brand for today. If you really like my content and would like to see more watches like these, do give us a shout out and subscribe. What to really look for in a watch from a micro brand? Well, the first thing that you need to look out for is the story that they have created around the brand and around that watch. With that, nomenclature becomes really important. That goes quite well with designs. Having great designs that are not slapped and wrapped is a tough thing to do these days. The brand focus would be my next thing to watch, and I would want to identify whether they are trying to go down deep or they are all over the place. The right kind of variety and the speed with which you get those watches in the market would be my next benchmark. And of course, it goes hand in hand with the right kind of marketing that brand needs to do. So I have figured out one such watch brand for today, which is this AVI-8 Hawker Harrier HUD automatic watch. AVI-8 has created a large collection of watches while choosing aviation heritage as their primary focus. And that's why you can have a look at watches like the Spitfire, the P-51 Mustang, the Flyboy, the Hawker Harrier, Hawker Hurricane, Hawker Typhoon and the Hawker Hunter. Each watch is a tribute to aviation, while I have this HUD automatic watch from the Hawker Harrier lineup, which also has watches like the Pegasus automatic, the Fale multifunction, this dual retrograde chronograph and this Matador chronograph. This HUD automatic watch comes in black, blue and orange, and this looks pretty good. And if you have a look at the details on this one, AVI-8 has been spot on in terms of design and the legend that each watch carries. For example, this one has a cutting edge heads-up display that is widely used in aviation. This mainly puts up crucial data points for pilots to monitor without shifting their gaze. Aircraft instrumentation is a set of aesthetics that have been neatly applied on all AVI-8 watches. This sunburst orange on the dial with gradient black in the lower half shows two sides of the same whole. While you see those turbines on the inner chapter ring of the dial, the half-cut indices nicely hover over the surface with a nice color effect. Every single piece of information on the dial is in a vintage font, while these dolphin-shaped skeletonized hands mingle perfectly with the background. Everything else is in green, almost as if you are inside the cockpit of a Hawker Harrier. Then there is the scope that's there on the crystal to give those flyboy vibes, while a big date window reflects the past, the present and the future. This is a compressor styled stainless steel case that's largely finished in brushed polish. And it's a flat out mineral lens that's used on this one. I also wanted to make a special note of dimensions, as this one spans out 44mm with a 52mm lug-to-lug width, while this looks extra thick for 15mm. The footprint is absolutely towering, while the highlight here is an inner turning bezel that's set by the upper crown in the shape of a turbine. And this looks pretty evened out from the sides, while the crown uplifts the aesthetics on this one. Flipping it over will lead you to a turbine styled caseback that just looks absolutely gorgeous with nice serrations all over. This screw down caseback houses an NS35 movement from TMI in a 24 jewel setup that runs for 42 hours. That kind of setup at this price point makes it a pretty interesting choice. What's more interesting is this Swiss new light that's present all over the dial. After all, it's a pilot's watch, and that's why a 50-meter water resistance is not going to make this one a water baby. I'm okay with it as long as I can don this one on my 7-inch wrist with its larger than life approach and a 180-gram profile. The strap is absolutely crazy, as there's orange rubber on the underside while the leather is stitched up on the top side. While it feels pretty functional to wear on a daily basis, the color choices on this one is pretty good, while all the elements are done very tidily. And what if I tell you that you can buy this one from Amazon India for just 21,000 rupees? Well, $350 is a great price for the global audience, while this Indian price tag pegs it well below the competition. For 20,000 rupees, I would like to factor in a few automatic watches, so I have this Seiko SRPE lineup, which is one of my favorites. Next up is this Casio EFK 100, which is an amazing watch at this price point. And Titan is right up there with this Astral collection, the Phoenix Automatic, this Nexus Automatic, and the Edge collection. Timex has the Marlin Tono in this 37mm case alongside this Timex E-line for retro vibes. But the Timex Marlin Automatic still remains my favorite out of the lot. And Alba is doing a great job at this price point as it has a few good watches to offer with Seiko vibes. Spinnaker has the Flus and Bradner Automatic if you crave for good quality dive watches. And you could also get yourself this Vostok Amphibia Scuba Dude if you want your watches built like a tank. While you could also fancy yourself with this Omega Moonswatch, but I don't think it's going to play matchup with the watches that we have just discussed. While this space is covered with plenty of quartz watches, finding a good daily driver that's an automatic watch is a bit tricky. You may either land up with a reputed brand or choose functionality over form. Hence, choosing the right micro watch brand becomes really important. What AVI-8 has done is to tick all the boxes while making it easier for us to decide. And what really helps AVI-8 is that these watches are easily available in India on Amazon, while I have mentioned their links in the description below. And I was actually looking for a good daily wear watch, and this one fits the bill. And that is why I would like to rate this one 9 out of 10 for the kind of design this one has and the aesthetics this one carries. It does stand apart from the competition with the bandwidth that AVI-8 has been able to create. Would you buy this AVI-8 HUD watch? What are you wearing today?